They are broken people who need to find their healing. What we experience here is the same thing that Mavuno Limuru will be offering to the community and the society in Limuru. A place of community. People need to belong. A place of love, a place of learning, a place of finding your purpose. A place where people can come and find their spouses. Find business partners through things like business garage. And all these things that we believe that a church stands for, because the church is the hope of the world. There's a book I was reading, and it pointed to a very deep truth, that the church is the only institution that God partners with to push away evil, to fight off evil. So there's a lot of evil in Limuru, as well as Wayakiwe, right? And God has appointed our churches to be the institution that does that. So you being part of this is not just being part of starting a church. It's partnering with God. It's building the house of God. And there are a few ways that you could be a blessing to us. Maybe you can put that up. And the first is prayer. This is a very spiritual exercise, and we desire that as you pray, you remember to pray for Mavuno Limuru. Pray for the mission trip. The dates are 24th to 27th. So 24th will be the initial day where all the teams that are doing Fearless Institute will gather together. We're meeting at a prayer center in Kabuko, a place called Kabuko Mission Church. They have an amazing prayer center there, and we'll pray. The first day is just intensive prayer, prayer walks, and also prayer drives. And then on 25th and 26th, we'll storm the place. We'll storm the different parts of Limuru. We are pretty much focusing on Limuru town because our churches, we believe, should influence the culture of the place. And it being a town, we're able to target people who come from different parts of Limuru and influence them to go back and influence their different parts where they come from. So we'll do this will be prayer walks, as well as meeting people to pray for them, evangelizing to people, inviting them over to our first service, which will be happening on 27th. But on 26th, we're going to have street worship. We're going to block off a part of Limuru, and we're going to have some amazing street worship with the worship team from Mavuno Church Wayakiwe. Yeah. And with the worship team from Mavuno Church Wayakiwe, as well as some amazing people that will also be inviting from the different churches. So when you hear of missionaries, like we've been made to believe that missionaries can only be white, right? But we are Mavuno Church, turning ordinary people into fearless influencers of society. So missionaries from Mavuno Church Wayakiwe, turn to your neighbor and tell them, it's you he's talking about, Missionaries from Mavuno Downtown, from Mavuno Lavington, from Mavuno Ruaka are coming to Limuru so that we are able to influence Limuru for God. And out of all these efforts, we'll then have our very first service. We're going to have our very first service. That's on 27th. We're going to launch Mavuno Church Limuru. It's going to be an amazing service. We invite as many of you who can come to come and pretty much start off this church plant and see what God has in store for us. Are you guys excited? Yes. And so you can support us through prayer, number one, through your giving. There's a lot of resources that are needed, and maybe you can give the number. There's a specific number. That's my number. If you have any questions concerning the mission trip, and how you can give in kind. We actually even have a wish list of some of the things that we're trusting people can give. This last week, there's somebody who gave us carpets and toys for our Mavuno MK, Yeah, so and it's exciting. It's exciting to see just people using their resources to bless the work of God. And so if you'd like to give financially, that's the number. Duncan is one of the people who's doing Fearless Institute, and so he's the appointed treasurer for these particular contributions, and he will be He's also accounting for every resource that is taken, and all of it is being directed towards this mission trip. That's paying for the licenses that we need for people to use the spaces, the flyers. People are gonna eat. People are gonna have accommodation. All these things. So this is our chance to pull in together. Sometimes you may hear Limuru mission trip. You're like, that's not for me, but there's something you can do. There's something you can do.